So after every E3, gamers always talk online about who won E3. And, you know, I don't think it's necessary to dictate who won E3 or anything. If there was games shown by companies that you're looking forward to, then that's good enough to me. However, you know, it is fun to look at the conferences, who did well, who didn't do so well, and, you know, generally speaking, who brought up the most excitement, who really came with some aces up their sleeves. And I think this year, the only real loser, to my mind, for E3 was Bethesda. I think they did a terrible job. I think they didn't have enough games to warrant having their own conference. You know, I feel like they maybe should just tacked Wolfenstein onto Microsoft's conference or Sony's or someone. But, you know, I feel like they just didn't have the content to warrant an E3. They essentially just blew a load of money to give us an announcement about Wolfenstein, The Evil Within 2, and to tell us that mods are now going to cost us. So I think, you know, Bethesda fans are probably pretty pissed off. However, everyone else, I think, did at least a decent job. EA's had a bit of rubbish in the middle about, you know, going on about sports and stuff, which people don't care about. But again, they showed Battlefront, Anthem. You know, there was definitely great things to see from them. PlayStation, I thought, was also very strong. We got to see Days Gone. There was we got to see plenty of God of War. The Spider-Man trailer looks great. Microsoft, again, they really kicked it off great with the Xbox One X, which looks fantastic, incredibly powerful. They had a great roster of games to show for it. You know, it's not just going to be a really expensive paperweight. And then Nintendo, short and sweet conference, but, you know, I feel like what they showed was good. They didn't kind of seem to like waste resources like Bethesda had. They just came on, had a video, showed the trailers, done, you know. And then there was Ubisoft, who I think, generally speaking, people seem to be saying won it. I think you could argue they won E3 because they had the most surprises. No one was expecting to see Beyond Good and Evil 2. That's something that a lot of gamers have wanted for a very long time. And just, you know, seeing its creator come up with tears in his eyes, I think that really resonated with people. And I think, you know, it really got response out of gamers and reminded us of why we like video games and why they are an art form. And, you know, so that was great. And they also announced Skull and Bones, which is essentially the best part of Assassin's Creed Black Flag. So that looks great. Yeah, I mean, for me personally, it's a different. Who do I think won E3? To my mind, I don't think one company really blew me away to the point where I would say they won. I massively pumped for Shadow of the Colossus remake. I'm very eager to play the new Spider-Man game, so I definitely enjoyed Sony's conference. God of War looks brilliant. But at the same time, Ubisoft, I can't go on about this enough. I just loved how passionate the guy behind Beyond Good and Evil 2 seemed. You know, that really struck a chord with me. I'm excited to dive into that world. As someone who loved the naval combat in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I'm looking forward to Skull and Bones. Microsoft, I mean, I had a 360 back in the 360 era. That was my main console then, and I had a great time with loads of Microsoft games like Halo and Gears of War. As I say, in this era, I've stuck with the PS4 and haven't really felt the need for an Xbox One. But with their backwards compatibility, which is something Sony doesn't really support that well, in my opinion, and the announcement of the Xbox One X, how powerful that is and what great games are coming up for that, I've got to say, I'm sorely tempted by them. I think they did a great job. They definitely got my interest, you know. Nintendo, for me, wasn't really that attention grabbing. I already know I want a Switch. I already know I want to play Breath of the Wild. I guess the best thing about it, to my mind, was that it reaffirmed that there's going to be plenty of great titles for the Switch, along with, of course, the Mario Rabbids game, which looks really interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on that. I mean, you know, I don't think anyone other than Bethesda performed badly at E3. I think they were all pretty on a similar level when it comes to quality. I I would struggle to really crown someone as a definite overall winner. But yeah, I really don't think I can pick an overall winner. I think there was some cool stuff shown by everyone, and to be honest, I'm glad that it's dying down a bit now, E3, because as fun as it is at the time, man, I haven't known what day of the week it is for this week. I'm so tired. I've been sleeping during the day, up all night doing writings. It's crazy. It's fun, but it's crazy and it's tiring. And I look forward to getting back to a normal sleep schedule. So yeah, I mean, I think it's been a good E3 this year. Maybe not the best E3 ever, certainly not, I'd say, but definitely a solid entry, some solid games announced, and I look forward to getting some sleep. I hope you've enjoyed my coverage, and who knows what we'll see at the next E3, but hopefully it'll be good.